Hi everyone, welcome to this week's reading, and this is for the week of the 26th of March through to the 1st of April 2018. So there's a lot going on this week with the astrology. One of the main things is there's going to be a full moon in the sign of Libra on the 31st, so on Saturday, and the full moon will be at 10 degrees of Libra. So if you have anything around 10 degrees of a cardinal sign, so the cardinal signs are Libra, Capricorn, Aries and Cancer. If you have 10 degrees of any of those signs, pay attention to that. Or if you know your chart, have a look what house the full moon is in, because what you can see is either things coming to fruition or a releasing of something. So for some people it will be possibly a releasing of an idea connected to a relationship, or ideas about relationships or actual relationships. Releasing a relationship that's holding you back in some way. The full moon does make a couple of harsh aspects that stand out to me. It makes a square with Mars and Saturn, both in Capricorn. So that's quite tense, and there could be an energy of like a build-up of tension in relationships in general, or it could be people that we relate with, whether it's at work or people, that we see, as part of or people that are part of our lives in some way that we need to interact with. And because of that tense square with Mars and Saturn, it can indicate that there's something confronting that we have to perhaps deal with, that we feel pushed or prodded to deal with under the influence of this full moon in Libra. There can be a temptation, because of all the Aries energy, to want to fix things quickly, whether there's a problem in a relationship with somebody, or whether, a work relationship is not flowing smoothly, or something where you need to create harmony, but you feel a bit forceful because you feel a sense of urgency around it with all that Aries energy. And of course, with Mercury still retrograde in Aries this week, we could be feeling like we're revisiting an issue that's even come up before, with the Mercury retrograde as well this week. That can be part of, the energy as well, because Mercury and the Sun, both in Aries, it's very strong sort of warrior energy at the moment, and also Venus is in Aries. So yeah, there's a lot of ego energy, a lot of strong warrior energy, a lot of determined, strong willfulness that people are feeling, and it sort of can be tempting to get into an argument with someone under this influence. So watch the anger, I would say, everybody, this week, myself included, because, there's a lot of irritation in the air, I feel. And, we've just had the moon in Cancer make that opposition to Pluto literally like in the last 6 hours or so, roughly. So that would be your Sunday if you're in the USA, and my Monday morning, and I felt that. I had sort of a bit of a verbal kind of power struggle. It was on a subtle level, but it was just someone I was trying to get something sorted out with, and they were just making it hard for me. I won't say where or who, but when you call up a place and you need to get something sorted out to do with documents or paperwork, and the woman said to me, "Oh, I can't help you." And then it turns out she could help me. Luckily, I prodded and pushed, and I don't give up easily. But she originally said, "No, I can't help you, sort it out yourself," basically. And I was like, gee, that's lovely customer service. But anyway, that's the type of energy, that you could be feeling or sensing undercurrents like that with that moon opposite Pluto that we've just had in the sign of Cancer too, which could be very emotional. And could be to do with family members as well for some people. But that's passing away now. We're going into that not Aries, we're going to that Leo moon energy now, so it's a bit more sort of what's moving away from the Pluto opposition, which is good. Other stuff going on this week is Tuesday and Wednesday, Mercury will square with Lilith. Okay, so that's pretty tense. Mercury retrograde squaring with Lilith could be issues with females in conversation, so that could also explain the tension that I felt this morning as well with the woman that I spoke to. And what else have we got? I talked about Mercury retrograde last week, so I'm not going to go over it again. I'm sure everybody knows by now what to expect. It's all about revision, checking things, and revisiting things from the past as well. So with the Mercury retrograde and the moon in Libra, I just want to stress again, you could be really thinking about relationships, like what you've dealt with in your relationships, what you've put up with maybe that you're not happy about, things that you want to change. Aries is very like sort of pushing forward energy, so it's maybe thinking, you know, it's a very warrior energy, as I said. So you might be thinking, you know what, I've had enough of these type of relationships where there's power imbalances. I want more balance and equality, and that's what I'm going to strive for. And I'm not going to put up with nonsense. You know, that type of energy can be very strong. What else? Oh yeah, there's a big, a very big influence this week. How could I forget? I almost forgot. Transiting Mars in Capricorn, coming along to a conjunction with Saturn in Capricorn. Wow. So that starts roughly, you'd feel it maybe Wednesday, Thursday, more likely that you'd feel this tension. Particularly you would feel it if you're a Capricorn, okay? So the Capricorns and people that have strong Saturn or Mars energy in their chart, especially in cardinal signs, will feel this energy. So Mars coming to conjunct Saturn this Thursday through to next Tuesday. Be careful with this energy, especially if you're a Capricorn. Watch your temper, watch your emotions. This can be a very strong pushing sort of energy where you feel like challenging something within your reality, within the context of your reality. And it can really, you know, Mars is that warrior energy and Saturn is the status quo. You know, Saturn is the way things have been done for a long time. It's the old world energy. It's very strong reality energy. It's things that have been built up over time. And Mars is very pushy and sort of comes in like, no, I want this to change. And it could be sort of a bit of a rogue kind of energy, like where people were just really losing their temper. Or it could be positive in the sense that it could be restructuring an aspect of your life. Okay, so it's in early degrees of, I think it's around 8 degrees of, I have to double check that, but I think it's around 8 degrees of Capricorn. So if you have anything around that 8 degree mark in cardinal, as I said, if you know your chart, check it, because you want to know if that's going to affect you directly. Thursday, just to go back to Thursday, Venus in Aries is conjunct Uranus. So Thursday is a bit of a bizarre energy, I have to say. There could be some unexpected developments on Thursday. Venus in Aries conjunct Uranus in Aries could be unexpected developments with females, unexpected sudden things happening out of the blue that affect things to do with finances, or stability in some way, or relationships. With that Venus conjunct Uranus on Thursday and the Mars conjunct Saturn, there could be something to do with the financial markets, like, you know, that get affected in some, you know, Western country, perhaps the USA, I don't know, but it just seems like something unexpected there. And also on Thursday, the Sun squares Saturn, so there's some harsh energies on Thursday this week. So just something to be aware of. But the full moon is the big peak thing that happens on the 31st. So full moon in Libra, looking at our relationships and how we relate to others, and maybe making some reevaluations as well with the Mercury retrograde. So let's have a look at 3 cards this week from the Witches Tarot and see what we've got going on. Cards. Oh, the Nine of Pentacles. That's a good card. Whoops. That is the Hanged Man. And the Five of Cups. Ooh. Okay, not expecting to see this. For some reason, you know, this Nine of Pentacles is actually a good card, but I want to say, you know, this is coming across very strongly to me as someone, a strong energy to do with a female person that some of us may have to be dealing with. And she's younger, so she would be somebody that's under 30, okay? And between the ages of like late teens and into her 30s. I wouldn't say, definitely not older than 33. This is just one message that's coming across very strongly. She's a bit sassy and she's very confident, and she's had a good life, this lady, but there's some kind of issue with her this week. So look out for an issue with the female, and that doesn't surprise me with the astrology, with Mercury square Lilith. There could be a confrontation pending, and just be careful with this energy because it ends with the Five of Cups there. So this is just one story that's coming out, and I'm going to delve in and see what else comes through. But the situation feels stuck, and it's like what to do about this particular woman who's causing some kind of issues with her sort of burly or brash personality, perhaps, because that's how I'm reading her. She's got a fiery energy, all that orange, that dark brown orange. She's earthy and fiery, I feel. So she could be like a Sagittarius, a Capricorn, or even an Aries. The Hanged Man shows that the situation's a bit stuck, and someone's wanting to push something with this situation, whether it's her or someone or yourself, I don't know. But it's saying just slow down, because this situation needs to play itself out, and it may feel like a sacrifice that you have to wait before you can take action about this issue. The Five of Cups shows, I feel it's saying if you move too quickly and if you get too emotional or emotionally involved, it's gonna cause some kind of emotional discomfort there. Okay, so it's about being balanced this week again with that full moon in Libra. Libra is all about harmony and balance. So if you do have to have a confrontation with somebody this week, try to approach it in a softly manner if possible, or hang back is what the advice is. Hang back for now. It's not the best energy to push for something this week. Even though there is a culmination energy with the full moon in Libra, it's almost like things will come to a culmination if you kind of let the universe work behind the scenes for you more, rather than you feeling that you have to sort of be a bull in a china shop type thing and really, speak your mind. It just feels like the energy is like, hang on a second, just hang back from this situation. I'm just going to see what else I'm getting for other messages. Okay, for some people, it's something to do with really wanting to push forward this week, and there's some positive energy here for some people to do with abundance and financial situation, and there's an excitement. It could be like something creative that you're working on, it could be your own business, it could be ideas that you have that you're wanting to make practical. Like there's also a Virgo energy with this for me right now, but it's saying that this week you need to let the forces kind of unfold, and not to chase things too much, because again, all that Aries energy can make us feel like chasing things, and it's just saying be careful of over chasing. Just go with the flow more, because if you sort of push too hard, you're going to deplete your emotional energy. You're going to feel too exhausted, and it's going to sort of end up feeling like, oh, why did I bother doing all that when it was really a waste of time. I could have just relaxed a bit more, chilled out a bit more, had more time to myself. The Hangman also talks about a time of spiritual reflection and looking at emotional issues, which again can relate to this full moon in in Libra. So we could be reflecting on what we need in relationships, who we are, what we need, and what we've got to give, because this lady, she's got a lot to give right here in this first card. But the Hangman's saying it's not quite the right time yet, and it's time to sort of work on your inner self a little bit more before you start pursuing something external right at this time. That's what I'm getting, okay? So hopefully those messages resonated with somebody, and I'm going to just pick one last card for from the Zodiac reading cards. I really like these cards. I did use them last week, but I really want to use them again. Alright, let's just get one card. This one. Moon in Sagittarius. Discovery. Freedom and adventure. I just need to drink some water. It's interesting. It's Moon in Sag. It's very, it highlights that red energy as well with all that Aries that we've got going on at the moment. Sagittarius, a fellow fire sign. It's about doing something fun, okay? That's what I'm getting. So, like, do something that makes you feel connected to life, that makes you feel like you're not just working in your routine, that you're doing something that makes you feel a connection to a sense of adventure and freedom. And that's really important, to feel a sense of being alive and enjoy, enjoy. Enjoy, that's two words, but then enjoy is one word. Sorry, I don't know why that came to me. Oh my gosh. And I didn't even have a coffee, so I don't know why I'm a bit hyper this today. There's a lot of energy at the moment. So anyway, Moon in Sag, discovery. It's a 21, which is 3 numerology, which relates to communications. And so it's highlighting communications and even short trips and travel. So if you can make time to do something nice this week where you just feel having a bit of fun and it's not all work, so that sounds good. That was the reading, everyone. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you have a fantastic week this week, and enjoy the full moon in Libra. Okay, bye.